Hey everybody, welcome back to hocus-pocus.com. My name's David and this is a magic review. Hey, today we're gonna look at Push from Sultan Orzaly. All right, so what is this? At its best, I think this is a card through bill routine. Card through bill routine, and really, I believe you could do this with any playing card and any bill. Let me just say that right off the top of the bat. You could do this with any playing card and any bill. You will get gimmicks, you will get gaffes inside this little envelope, but once you see the gimmick, I think with some careful cutting, you could make your own from any card, okay? So what you get with this is you'll get a red or blue-backed bicycle card. In fact, even if you had maybe a red Phoenix deck or you had a red mandolin back, it would still work because the corners from all three of those decks, I don't think a spectator is gonna notice that the red corner is just a little different. But yeah, card through bill, works with any bill, and it's just a beautiful, beautiful trick. Let's talk about it a little bit. So let's say you order it, comes to you in the mail, what are you gonna get? You're gonna get this tiny little envelope. I mean, that's really how big it is. It's a little envelope, it says Push across the front in gold foil. Inside, there's a couple of little pieces from the gimmick you're gonna need to build, and you're gonna get the secret thing that makes all the magic happen. Of course, when I watch the video, I think everyone tries to decide, what is this? How do I think this is done? And I'm watching it, and the first thing I think of is, this is pen through bill. Like, I have pen through bill. The first time I ever got it, I got it from a retail magic shop that sold cheap junk. And since then, I've bought a better one. And there's super great ones out there in the market. Like pen through anything, but at its core, I thought, well, that's exactly what it looks like. You kind of slam the card through the bill and the corner pops out the bottom, and then you tear the bill out, right? Well, then it is what I thought. I mean, it pretty much was. I mean, that's kind of what it is. If that's what you're assuming it is, if you know how it's done, roughly, that's still what it is. So I think that's good to know, because now a lot of your questions are going to be answered going forward. Because like angle-wise, do you know how the angles are on pen through bill? Like, there's things that you need to conceal, things you need to palm, load, ring in, ring out, ditch, just to make everything examinable. And I think that's all going to be true for Push as well. It says in the trailer that the card can be inspected, and of course that's true because they can sign the card if they want to, and you let them keep it at the end. As far as the overall quality and production value of the video is 14 plus minutes long, right? So it's really short. And in actuality, there's no vocal teaching to it. It's all done as a dub. So it's all done in silence to techno music, and there's just on-screen text. So it's kind of filmed quickly, right? And so they're just gonna cover what you need. So when you start watching it, they're obviously gonna talk about what you get. They're gonna immediately go into setup and putting it all together. They're gonna give you the entire presentation, and then they're gonna give you one variation at the end. So as far as setup and reset goes, setup, of course, like I said, you build the gimmick, you're gonna need super glue, you're gonna need scissors, but that's it. They give you everything else. And it'll probably take you like 15 minutes to put together. And then you'll just need to stick those things in a wallet once you're finished, and then you'll ring that in when you're ready to go. I wouldn't keep this all in a card box together. Probably reset from table to table would be like 15 seconds. I wouldn't do it in front of your audience. I would kind of turn aside and do it. So that's basically how that goes. But as far as practicing this goes, pen through bill was always difficult for me to practice because there's a rhythm to it, there's a beat to it, and then a lot of it depends on you watching your spectator and watching where their eyes are. There's some dirty work that you have to do, and you really want to kind of do that in an offbeat or a breath where someone's not exactly burning you, burning your hands, and you're trying to, get in their secret. Otherwise, it's just a really fast trick where you say, hey, Bill, watch, bam! And it's shock and awe that it happened so fast the spectator doesn't even know what happened, and then before they know it, it's over. But there's still some spinning and turning where you kind of grip the gimmick and ditch it. That still kind of happens in this effect too. I mean, even when Sultan did the trick for us in the presentation and he did it all through with no cuts, there's still this, if you're looking at the right place and you're burning his hands, you still see, okay, there's his ditch. Right? You see it flat out. He doesn't flash, that's not what I'm saying, but the ditch for a magician is really obvious. And so I just think practice is gonna take some time and some timing, and it's one of those tricks, again, I'm gonna say it again, you're gonna have to practice this a lot, probably in front of an audience, until you can get it down right. I would personally try to find a routine that fits your style, okay? He doesn't really offer a presentation in the video because there's no vocals. And part of the trick starts with you bending the corner of the card. Now, of course, that's to make the card presentable at the end so that the spectator doesn't say, why is this card bent? But it does need some explanation, I think, on my part, because if I was going to slam a piece of cardstock through paper, I wouldn't want the weapon end or the end that's going to penetrate to be bent. I would want it to be straight and strong and stiff so that when it went down, it made impact and cut. So it doesn't make sense to me in my mind why you would visually bend the card in front of the spectator and say, hey, I'm going to bend the corner. That part doesn't fit the routine. And so there's no explanation given to it. And when you hand the spectator the card back, of course, one card corner is bent. And I would think in their mind that they're going to think, well, that must have been part of it, right? Because you did some sort of origami where the card was folded, right? And you really just showed me an optical illusion. So I didn't love the folded corner aspect. So, and that's a really hard thing for me to get around. The card is signed, it's handed out at the end, there's no switch, but for some reason you fold the corner. And there's no pattern in the video to explain it. So I think you need to do your own pattern to figure this out and have a solution for this. I think if you can arrange the routine to your own style, you would have a pocket miracle. But that said, I think this is one of those tricks that will play best on camera. This will play best on camera on Instagram, YouTube, because I think you can get around the ditching, the loading, and the folded corner. You can probably cover all of that. And I think this would look beautiful on video. Right now, I think it retails for around $25. Read some other reviews, watch some trailers, watch some things on video, see what you think, and make the best decision for yourself. All right, so that's pretty much everything I can say about Push from Sultan Orzaly. I want to thank hocus-pocus.com for allowing me to have this trick so that I can do the review for you. And while you're here at hocus-pocus.com, we want you to shop around. We want you to keep searching, ask us questions, do us a favor, write us an email with any question you have. Let us know what's on your mind. We want to help you out. We want to be your #1 magic supplier. I'll see you guys next time. Bye.